forward swiftly, I would like to now invite Dr. KQ, and I apologize in advance if I have mispronounced your name. I would like to kind of share the floor with you and invite you to share your presentation, and fingers crossed the technology works. So the floor is all yours.
Yeah. Hello. I want to check. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. It's not presenter view. Okay. But yes, we can see your screen. It's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, good afternoon. I'm going to have a description about an optimal retrofit decision-making approach for engagement of homeowners with considering their motivations, objective, and criteria for the building retrofit, which we are considering during and after the COVID-19 pandemic. So firstly, I will have the introduction. According to the EU recommendations, an average of 3% stock retrofit rate of building requirements should to achieve the overall building energy efficient target in 2050. However, according to Zebra, a developed company, they defined the major renovation equivalent for the building retrofit rate, which need to achieve this kind of 3% of average retrofit rate with 50 to 80% final energy demand reduction to achieve the 2050 social neutral target. However, according to the results of 2019, only 1.1% of the renovation rate is achieved. Therefore, at least threefold increase of the building retrofit rate is required to achieve the target in 2030 and also 2050. And we can see that in the figure, the lowest rate is only 0.08%. And the highest, sorry, this is not average, this highest rate to 2.4%, and average one is 1.1%. And also, according to the COVID-19 pandemic, lots of literatures and government and website reviews have told us that retrofitting buildings is a way to support the recovery after the pandemic. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the economic disruption has caused the energy insecurity that lots of low-income homeowners cannot pay the energy bills payments, and also this has depended the disparities of homeowners and residents' income, which will result the process of building retrofit. According to the University of Edinburgh, it highlights that building retrofit could be a major way to for the sustainable economic recovery. This can promise a major step towards a low carbon society and also increase the GDP and the jobs in the building construction sectors. And according to the statistic, in the UK, 70% of the housing stock is currently falling below the Energy Performance Certificate EPC C standard, C grade. So at least 19 million homes need to be retrofit within 15 years, and this could add 1% of GDP increase and create almost 1 million new green jobs. So there is a missing link between the building energy retrofit design and the homeowners engagement. Here I listed as barriers, motivations, and retrofit objectives. According to the surveys and literature reviews, the barriers can be listed in the 5 aspects. which related to the energy performance, the carbon emissions, and the insufficient fundings, unacceptable payback periods, and unexpected and any new energy bills, which is too high, which is not expected. So the homeowners retrofit motivation could be divided into 5 sections. They retrofit for self-living, they retrofit for rental, for sale, for investment after retrofit, and also the social and environment benefits. So the objectives is to almost the answers to the barriers and challenges, to improve the things that we think is unexpected or unhappy with. So due to lack of in-depth and comprehensive understanding of the incentives to building retrofit from the perspective of homeowners, and the lack of inclusive decision-making models of comprehensive retrofit objectives, so we could improve the building retrofit by understanding by these conclusions. So we proposed a model which is a multi-objective assessment approach with the term of multi-objective performance factor, which is MPF, is considering the different criteria, different objectives from energy reduction rate, carbon reduction rate, equivalent carbon reduction rate, initial investment, discounted payback period, and the bill savings after the retrofit, considering different objectives in one performance factor, which is MPF, to as the optimal functions to see how our energy reduction rates or different objective could be related to the these performance factors. So we did a surveys according to the collected 118 copies of the surveys. The weighting factors of different motivations have been done, representing the various homeowners' preference, and is summarized as the table showed. In the self-living, they are more concentrated on the bill energy reduction rate, and for rental, it's for energy reduction rate, because they need to achieve certain EPC standard in UK before they can rent or sell. And also in the sale, in the motivation 3, which is for sale, also except for energy reduction rates, they are more concentrate on the initial investment.
3-minute warning.
Sorry. Okay.
So it's just a 3-minute warning. You have
okay.
3 minutes.
Okay. And for investment, they are concentrate on the payback period, and the social is more concentrate on the carbon reduction rate. So we did calculations according to the energy and our models to calculate the energy performance and the related economic performance to get the result. So we did a reference building with a layout which is semi-detached house, and we tested for different climates, 4 climates listed here, and as we summarize, we collected the typical climate data, and we calculated the final energy consumptions for different locations, and we listed for passive, active, and renewable technologies to have the comprehensive combinations. So in the results, we say that if only single objective optimization is did, which is without of homeowners engagement, the optimal payback performance is not matched with the optimal initial investment. So if we consider in the homeowners engagement, we can see that under different objectives, which is most important to different motivations. The NPF could be varied and could be determined in different locations, different scales. You can see that, and then this could help us to summarize what kind of technologies and could be frequently used in different locations or different according to different motivations, which is different from the optimal results without homeowners engagement. Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much. I mean, it's interesting, this massive challenge that we face in UK around retrofitting. And also it's interesting that you're able to distinguish kind of motivations depending on whether people are kind of renting or they're going to sell their properties. So thank you very much. It's very interesting results, and I'm sorry if I had to rush through the results, but I know that the slides will be available and we'll be coming back to you with I'm sure lots of questions. So thank you very much. Now I'm delighted to introduce the next speaker. On the program, it says that the next presentation will be by Dr. Hassan Chaudhry, but I understand that Ms. Julianne and Dennis Mora will be presenting on his behalf.